Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RogueLife, where we play roguelike games and generally try to get various captains killed doing poorly informed decisions in the Untersee. Today we will be playing Sunless Sea yet again. This is our second captain. She's still alive, despite this being her third episode? No, this will be her second episode. We have a numbering problem here on RogueLife because I started with a sort of fake broadcast that I numbered episode 0. Then it ran for an hour. So now everything's off by 1. It's like a programmer actually made this stream happen because everything's numbered wrong and dumb and stupid and bad. At some point, I might fix this with some sort of, like, apocalyptic new episode, but probably not today. So, let's hop into the game and see how Captain Penny is doing. I'm so good at managing this, and I know how to keep looking at the camera. Hello, camera. Let me turn on the sound, and let me turn the game back on. Hello, game. How are you? You can sell tomb colonists at the tomb colonies. This isn't slavery. They're tipping you. Ugh. Oh, God. Oh, it's so terrible. I've shipped 2 people in caskets so far inside of this game. So here we are, back in Fallen London. Now, last time we brought in Penny, we did all of her management stuff before moving on. However, this thing showed up. I should take... I have a single night on the town, I think. Alright, let's do this. Roser's Wharf. The Rose Market caters to collectors and eccentrics, anyone with exotic tastes and a gumption to harass Z captains. According to the archaic rules of the market, you can only make 1 trade per visit. Choose wisely. People at the Rose Market pay above usual prices for specific goods, however they may not be here next time you visit. The Prim Bonnet is looking for an unread log. The Tattooed Courier will pay well for a consignment of Scintillac. Now, we've run into somebody else looking for that. So sadly, I can't do anything with that because everyone's terrible. Let's go to my lodgings. Let's read the morning papers. We have heard this snippet before. I don't think there are actually all that many things it can say. And I think it's... How's my terror doing? 11's not bad. Man, I really would like to stay in the elegant townhouse. I don't have enough echoes to do that safely because I have to buy stuff. I should go to the Dark Spectacled Admiral and submit my port reports. I'm not good enough to live at the Shepherd Isles. Shepherd Isles, submit as unsubstantiated hearsay. Friendly scoffing. I agree, it does seem implausible, so many of the stories from that place do. Still, there's a little gold of truth in the mud of rumor, from time to time. Your payment, my lady. Yay, Penny has pennies! Station 3, excuse me, just let me call a colleague in. Omitted. This is my colleague, Mr. Villain, of the Ministry of Public Decency. Mr. Villain, this good captain's report is here, if you would care to... Yes? Yes, the fire is already lit. Let us... There we go. Now, only ashes remain, and it might have caused such a lot of trouble. Thank you, Captain. We appreciate your discretion. Here is your payment. You need not trouble yourself further with this affair. Okay. Okay. Abbey Rock. We categorize it as a military installation, you know, though that has occasioned some quite vigorous debate. The Cumelian Canal. Well, if you've been there, I suppose we may as well hear about it. The fee is nominal, though. They give me 5 echoes, because they don't care. The Fathom King's Hold. What is the old monster up to now? Hey, money's money. Quaker's Haven. Been trying the original rubbery lumps, have we? Got fuel, got favors, port report, and now I've almost enough money to buy salt. How much damage do I have? I got a little bit of damage. Do I want to pay to get it fixed? Yeah, okay. I need assistance with subsistence. I don't have vital intelligence. Do I has? Let's get the next mission. Oh, I'm supposed to go to Wither. I know where Wither is. Okay, I can do that. And then take me to the dry dock. I would like to go to the fuel stores. The good, free fuel. The bad, a half-hour argument with the quartermaster, who insists that your chitties have not been stamped by the Office of Incongruous Requests. Eventually, she grudgingly permits you to load your fuel cart. I failed the Hearts challenge. Lost some favor. That's alright. But I got 2 fuel. That's okay. Oh. That costs 100 echoes. This costs 75. I don't want to spend that kind of money. I'm willing to spend 3 to get a full repair of my hull for 25. Oh. What's this? The Rats of Fallen London are remarkably skilled engineers, and they know ships well. They are not, however, reliable. Payment is in kind, not currency. I cannot have the Wretched Mog. I have to pay a bunch of supplies. And I've got pretty good odds. Let's do it. An unfortunate turn of events. Oh, for fuck's sake. Rats sweep over your ship like a tide. Day and night, their tiny tools click. Your crew step over them cautiously. Unfortunately, some complex rat vendetta is at play here. Warring rat families decide to use your ship as a battleground. They're quite well behaved about it, and the damage is minimal. But an unfortunate passing sailor gets a rat bullet through the eye and drowns in the Thames. You protest, but the contract is clear. There is an exception for ocular perturbations. I have no supplies. I have a bunch of terror, and my hull is fixed. And there's a typo there, because that's not possible. I'm down some crew. You bastards. I mean, I guess I could have expected that. So, time to go. Let's go talk to the Alarming Scholar. Because I have a memory of a distant shore. What do you think about this memory of a distant shore? She has the same, it has the same response as before, 10 echoes, and now I've got more favor with the Alarming Scholar. Hopefully, that will be, I need to bring Assyrian Enigma so much. So much. Let's leave the university, and I could carouse at Wolfsteff Docks. What'll that get me? Reduce your terror, but you might run into trouble. I don't have a baby yet. I do have a free night in London, and I totally have 10 echoes. So let's go. I have a recent news. It's a good night out. I lost another free evening. I lost 30 echoes. Hey. Hey. I was fortunate, and I only lost 5 terror. That's bad. I could hire on more crew. Oh, a new recruit. Someone wants to sign on. Engage an officer, the brisk campaigner. Oi, you need a real physician, none of these surgeons. Are any of these guys my surgeon? Cook, gunnery officer, surgeon. Let's do this. Let's do this. Welcome aboard. You don't have anywhere cleaner. Well, if I must do it myself, where can I find a mop? I have a brisk campaigner. Who is a surgeon. Who I'm going to talk to. And I like increasing my hearts. Sit down there. I'll be with you in a moment, Captain. Increase your hearts. Oh, thank you. This is actually very interesting. Let me see if we can find something useful for you, too. The campaigner's knowledge is vast, but her patience not always vast. She's never just courteous, but you do occasionally hear her looking at the clock. Catch her looking at the clock. It'd be strange to hear somebody doing that. If I have supplies and mutter salt, I can have her over for after dinner. I have 3 secrets. I'm just going to do this all the times. Because when I die, I'm going to get my previous character's hearts. Let's not think too hard about that, shall we? Now I'm going to go to the shops, because I am out of supplies entirely, and I'm going to go broke buying supplies. Yep, I'm broke. It's great. I only have 6. That's really bad. I like to go out with 10 and 10. Is there anything left to do here? No, I'm completely broke. I'm supposed to go to Wither. Do I have anything else in my journal? Time the healer, ever-changing, 8. Uh-oh. I should sojourn with the sisters. Why don't I have the learning about... Open a monstrous eel? Why don't I have the conversation with you? What does she want? Yeah, King Idris Castle. Does that not become a journal entry? I have both Storm and Stone's attention. At least I don't have Salt's attention. Everything will be fine. Everything will be fine, right? Let's look at the map. I need to go to Wither. And I can drop by Codex. I don't think I've got what I need at Codex. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go straight north to Wither. Everything will be fine. For those of you that actually haven't been following this game very much, there's a really good post-mortem up on Gamma Sutra that was made by the developers of the game. Not Gamma Sutra being made by the developers, but rather that the post-mortem was... it's actually real neat, and it talks about their thoughts on how the combat in this game works, which I think serves its purpose, but is also definitely not good. It does a great job of making things tense, but there's also lots of times where you kind of have 30 seconds of having already failed, and that's sort of garbage. It's not tension when you've already lost. Alright, here we are at Hunter's Keep. And let's first reconnoiter the island so that we can sell things. Oh. Let's do this. I have news, sisters! So did we do Lucy and Phoebe last time? Let's do Cynthia? That's phrasing. Do we not say phrasing anymore? Cynthia grasps your arm and whispers to you. Her eyes are wide and blue, her hair is wild and tangled. Bats might nest in it. Seems that you are sitting on a hillside above a wide blue lake listening to a story of a murder, an axe, a net, blood on scented water. Another chop? Cynthia asks. You've barely touched your food. Here, I'll have the maid wrap something up for you. You can't be hungry. It's not safe to be hungry. Now I have Salt's attention. Remember I was mentioning that I didn't have Salt's attention? I do now. I have another Tale of Terror, and she gave me supplies. That's grand. I want to check if they're receiving visitors. No. Alright. I don't know what triggers the next event, but it can't be good. Let's go north. So, I've engaged in a couple of fights so far in the game, against a Megalops, and which is like the giant, terrible, crab monsters. I fought one of those, which I'm not going to fight, because fighting is always bad. Always bad. And, I really want to increase my veils at some point, as a side note. But it's weird. Apparently, originally they had like an almost JRPG style combat with like little cooldowns and stuff that you did. Like, I don't really understand how it works. Oh, it's Bob Poteet. Bob Poteet is watching. Hey, Bob. I'm gonna stop by Vendor Bite. I don't. Oh, never mind. Lights off. I'm not, because I don't want to go anywhere near those bats. Because everything's bad. Everything's bad. I'm trying to get to Wither. I don't want any trouble. Christ, sorry, I was really scared by vampire bats. They'll eat your crew. It's kind of the worst. Because they'll do damage to your hull like normal things, and they're pretty hard to hit. But they'll eat your crew, and that's terrible. And that's worse. Lights off. Where am I compared to Wither? Okay. I'll just go around this little island and avoid the Lifeberg, because the Lifeberg will kill me, because it's got like 1,000,000 hit points. Okay. Oh, fuck. I did that. Everything's fine. It's not hunting me. What? No! No, I don't want the thing to the east. So the combat game, minigame, is pretty straightforward. You have to keep guys in front of your ship, and it makes your cooldowns on your attacks go quicker. Oh god, the Tales series is really good. I haven't played Tales in a while. I'll go to Codex after Wither. It'll be fine. Wither's right over here. I'm really glad. Okay, so Bob hasn't been watching, so one of the strange things that happened is that my first captain died, and this is a roguelike, and so normally the world shuffles when you're done with that. However, because I hadn't upgraded any stats, there was no reason for me to choose which stat to keep, so instead I kept my chart, which not only stops the world from shuffling, but also means that I've got the map, and so I actually know where several locations are that I didn't know until poor Captain Eliza died. And this means that I can complete several of the Admiral's requests really easily. So I'm going to gather intelligence. Are you asking for any... Oh god, this is Wither. Okay, Wither, I'll read this. Behind the great arch over the bay, the pale wastes stretch, white and silent as the face of the moon. From here you might almost imagine they were snow. North of the city the salt pools fizz with unlikely color. The citizens of Wither enjoy questions, so much so that they always answer a question with another question. This can make intelligence gathering frustrating. Are you asking for any particular reason? At what time of day? Is that your hat? Might it be 6? It could be 6. Eventually you cobble together enough implication and supposition to compose a report. I do not have enough mirrors to do that. I do have enough fragments to do that. Time for a riddling contact. Your contact's riddles make little sense to you. Perhaps you can combine them with the lore you've already learnt. Use up fragments. A long struggle. Eventually you've teased the meaning out of his words. It's like trying to convince a cat to release a ball of wool. He's cat smug, too. At last, you have your information. I now have strategic information, and I've lost fragments. It's time to explore the town. The wind speaks. You fall into reverie and wander the shores. There are words in the wind, a story of sorts, a gate in the north, of pale light that began there, of a drowned light that will end there, of a high wilderness that other ships may sail. You lift your eyes. At the wall of the saltworks someone has scrawled, "Is there a sea more sunless?" I have Storm's attention now. Great. I don't have enough money to have Shore Leave and Wither. Alright, time to go to Codex. Hopefully not run into anything murderous. I swear to God, if that Lifeberg actually spots me, that's it. That's game over and poor Penny has died. I may need to go full speed ahead. Okay. We're good. So what's weird is what islands exist changes. Oh, fuck. The crawling stars. Remember, there are no stars above. That's the top of a cave. The lookout shouts. Far above, the false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? Eyes on the deck! Forbid them to look. You can't really stop them, but you can at least discourage. Record the change and assign a name. It could go either way. It's a 50-50 chance. I'm doing it. The Z-Bat. Bats is luck! Bats is luck. Fine. Bats is luck! A gap-toothed stoker avers. All agree. Leathery, but lucky. I've lost 5 terror, and I was fortunate. This is going to happen more and more often as I get more and more terror. And as we learned with poor Eliza, title drop. As we learned with poor Eliza, if you reach 100, your crew tries to kill you. Also, other terrible things happen. I've been higher than 100 before because I was once good enough at iron to murder my crew. Yeah. Okay, I need a Searing Enigma, and I can compile a port report. We've been here before, so I'm not going to read the description, even though Codex is really awesome. I want to save that for when I actually get the person. I'm going to look at the map. So we found Frostfound before, and that's where everything went bad. How am I doing on... God, I may have to actually come back already. That's really bad. I'm going to go to Frostfound, actually. Yeah, that'll work. I'll go to Frostfound. We'll check out the port report, because I've never compiled a port report for Frostfound because, well, Eliza died there, murdered by her crew. Her worthless, awful crew. I've always really wished that I could run into my old ship. Frostfound, vast and chilly. Send out a Z-Bat, just in case there are other islands to be found nearby. Taneb is to the northeast. I'm not sure, but I think some of the whirlpools are actually mobile. I only have 3 fucking fuel. I'm in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble, actually. I need to go straight back after this, because that fuel shortage is going to get me killed. Frostfound. I really wish I could engage you, tireless mechanic. It takes only 20 echoes. Do you have shops here? God. Have tea with the squatters at the dock. This is the same foreshadowing. I gained a fuel. Oh, fuck. And supplies. Okay, that's real good. I'm gonna compile a port report. Then I think everything up here will get me killed. So let's not. Oh, man, I really want to check out Taneb, but I don't know whether that's gonna cost me more fuel than I've got. I need to go just straight southwest. Let's do this. Eventually... Oh, no, a fog. So fogs will slow down your ship, which is super bad since I'm having a... Oh, God, how close to this thing can I get? I'm going to assume it would be very, very bad to get very close to it. Is the fog actually moving out of my way? Oh, God. Everything's bad. Everything's bad. Maybe he hasn't seen me. I'll turn off my lights. He's totally seen me. Lights on. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's make him skirt the fog rather than me. Dust echoes. We're at the tomb colonies. How close am I? Do they have a shop? I don't know. I don't have any money. What would I sell? I'm being watched. Oh, great. That's never good. I fed the crew. We've got plenty of food. We just have to get out and push. We've got the all clear. Can't believe I'm making so little money. It's really strange, like, they say this, actually, why don't I gesture with this? One of the little tips that pops up down here, because there are a few of them that are actually helpful, is that you've got to be careful. Essentially, this isn't a trading game, it's an exploration game. Go out there, get killed. Take risks. He says, being super cautious. Because you get more from that than from trading. Which is part of what actually frustrated me out of playing this when I first played it, was that I didn't really get that. Is this the sisters again? I can't even digress that much. I am that low on fuel. There's the docks. I am rapidly running out of fuel. Am I going to coast back in at 0? No, I'm going to make it. I'll be fine. Nothing terrible will happen. Everything will be fine. I want this bigger boat. I want it so much. Ahoy, Captain! Out to fuel, are ye? That was unwise. We can help for a reasonable price under the circumstances. 100 echoes to travel the tiny distance between here and the docks. Salvage rights. Well then, we can give you a lift, but we're legally entitled to... No, fuck you. Desperate measures. There must be something we can repurpose as fuel. Very little remains to you. If you're lucky, perhaps there's something of use. Make a sacrifice to storm, stone, or salt, or fire a distress flare. I don't have one. Okay. I should probably buy a flare. But it doesn't matter, because I've made it. Oh. The Revenue Men. Her Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today, they have selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. Let them do their worst. You have nothing to hide. This will reduce your suspicion if your suspicion is 5 or more. Declare all controlled blah blah blah. There's a problem with the blah blah. I can sell my stuff. No, I'm going to let them do their worst, because I don't have any of the things. Vexed and frustrated, they roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last, they leave. Collect messages from the harbor master. What's this? I have another free evening. The Rose Market is open. The Merchant Venturer is back in London. And someone wants to sign on. That's delightful, actually. So what I'm going to do is... visit the Dark Spectacled Admiral. Customs agents, yeah, they are the fucking worst. I've actually been caught trafficking souls before. By the way, you can traffic souls. Time to pass on the strategic information. I gained a favor. I gained 150 echoes. I lost the strategic information. He's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. And port reports. Continue. Look, it's Hunter's Keep again. I got some more fuel. I got the Wither report. Got more fuel. Frost Found might actually give me more. 1 fuel total. Only 30 echo. Damn it. Codex. Because I hadn't technically done that before. Because she died. New fuel and echoes. What are your particular needs? I don't have vital intelligence yet. What are your desires? Oh, does he not? Oh, is there anything particular you need? The Empire of Hands, far to the east. Well, let's see how many supplies I can get, and let's fucking do it. Yeah. And let's blow a favor. Oh, right, I can give my shipment of red honey to him if I ever get it. That's a super drug, and it's a good little storyline. I totally need help with subsistence. I need the fuel stores. What? How can I fail? Like, I'm good at hearts. I've got 1 damage. Screw that. Can I get more? Yes, I'm gonna do it. Do it! Success! The quartermaster is not usually friendly, but you have enough sailors' jokes and harbor gossip to set her laughing nostalgically. She's remarkably liberal about the measurement of fuel. I have 3 fuel. I succeeded at a hearts challenge, which is always good. I'm really tempted to do it again. I've got 10 fucking favors. Let's just do it. I got 3 fuel. I succeeded. Everything's good. Now I'm loaded with fuel. All I need is supplies. With that in mind, let's go to the shops. Let's go to Miss Plinny's Provisioners. Let's get 5 more supplies. How am I doing? Yep, I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's grab 1 flare because I didn't realize that could be helpful. I don't like the foxfire candles. They get me killed. I could get a slightly better gun. Oh. This is a torpedo. Where do I get torpedo components? Oh, weird. So this is the gun I think I have. It does 8 damage. That's really neat. I've never, like, gone very far down that path because I keep getting murdered. Okay, I'm gonna ship House of Vision, glimpse off steel lamps, better engines. This I have gone down, and it's delightful to not have everything suck. And these guys really buy Scintillac. I could sell them my mushroom wine. I think I need 1 more of those in order to do a thing later. So I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. Let's go back to London. Merton, actually Clatherman. Oh, I can increase my iron by 2 permanently by getting my Tale of Terror. Oh. I can use my Vision of the Surface to get more hearts. Alright. A visit to Clathermont's tattoo parlor. You're a real sailor now, after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks. But the prices at Clathermont's are reasonable, and his daughters are real artists. But what will you choose? I'm totally going to get the Splendour. I don't think that's how that's spelled. Cure up to 25 points of terror. Yeah. I lost an echo. The gold needle pricks. Lily Clathermont hums. The design is complete, a kind of radiance, to remember the sun by, she says wistfully. Oh God, memoirs, your own sweet skin is now the splendor. I didn't realize I was gonna get a... That could be bad. Hey, alarming scholar, do I have anything for you? I didn't actually pick up anything, I didn't think. Alright, bye. I could carouse at the docks. Roser's Wharf doesn't want anything that I want, that I have. I really want to get some Scintillac. That's a possible thing. I've run into it before. And I could have bought some, but whatever. I couldn't have bought some because I'm poor. Let's see who the new recruit is. The Carnelian Exile. Hey, Bob! It's Rachel! Because it's a vampire woman. I can engage the tireless mechanic, because I ran into him. What is she? She's a first officer. Don't I have a first officer? I do. And he's... Mechanic. Isn't she my mechanic? Fails and fuel efficiency. Mirrors and pages. Like, how good? How good are you? Should I just engage another sailor? They don't cost much. I'm gonna pick up a vampire lady. Here I am. A ship, I suppose, is both always here and never there, because there becomes here. God. Oh, God, Carnelians. Oh, you're so much trouble. Alright, officers. She's +6, +3. He's +6, +3. Everything's fine. I'm just gonna talk to her then. I can't dine with her without a searing enigma. I think everybody should think about that. Ask her to dine. Invite her to dine with you. Ask her to dine with you, but don't ask her to remove her glasses. Spend a secret to improve your mirrors. Ask her about Salt's last song. She's got the little sharpie teeth. She's gonna eat me. So I'm gonna wait on the searing enigma. Oh, interesting. These have different. They've got the same price. Oh, interesting. Alright. Brisk Campaigner, what did I need to tempt you with? I got a secret. I need Muter Salt. Alright. What was my weird favor to do for the Admiralty? Sorry. Lineage, Captain's Lost, Memoirs, Own Sweet Skin. Admiralty commissioned the Empire of Hands, far to the east. I've got 12 fuel, I've got 9 supplies, I've got a flare just in case there's trouble. Oh, I need to, because you always carouse at Wolfstack Docks. I have recent news, I have a free evening is gone, I was unlucky, so I lost 10 money. I didn't get the nice things that can happen with that, which do include ending up with children. Let's roll. Normally not considered a nice thing, ending up with children. Wait, I mean, oh god, what did I just say? You're well provisioned. The risks are greater, but so are the rewards. That's true. And I haven't gone past the salt lines, so let's just zoom past them and see what we get. And hopefully I don't get C's attention and get devoured by an eye monster that lives beneath the sea. Should I have bought more supplies? We'll see. I'm well provisioned. It'll be fine. Oftentimes you can find provisions out there. Also, if I kill one of those eel monsters, I get to complete a thing and get delightful stuff. Complete a thing. I'm so good at games. I remember stuff. She doesn't want to go to Fathom King's Hold. Where does she want to go? I can't remember. If I have money when I get back to Zealport, I should do it because you can earn a lot of money because they charge you like 100 or 200 for buying a shipment of salt rock, and then you can carry it back to town for like double. So it's a great exchange, but it has a starting capital issue. It also takes up half of your ship's carrying capacity, and that's currently done with supplies and fuel. So I can't do it right now. Pirate frigate, fuck that. So if I have my lights off, they don't notice me as much. I can talk a bit more about combat in a bit. So the combat is very... Shit. Okay, good, he left. Everything's fine. I can even turn on the lights then, because if he's not going to mess with me, then he's not going to mess with me. I should Z-bat. I should be Z-batting this whole time. What's this island? No islands within the Z-bat's range. Oh my god, is that... So I know from previous experience, but I can't remember what it looks like. There is a monster that masquerades as a giant island. So I'm always fearful that that's what I'm going to run into whenever I'm out here. This is the really exciting part of the voyage, I'm telling you. The part where I'm scared shitless and nobody can understand why, because none of the really bad things have happened during this game. Waves slap the side of the ship. Far below, something moves. It's never, ever good. Oh, why are there no islands? I see a light above. Oh. What are you? Marking this on my map will be really handy. Shit, unless it's pirates. Because I saw a wake up here. Oh, it's a jellyfish thingy. A light ship. Speak to the crew. I can spend my recent news and I can purchase fuel. How much is it for? 20 echoes. Well, hold off. I know that this is here now. Speak to the crew. Lost some terror and the recent news. Now I have a Z story. In the bleaching glare of the lens, among the smells of oil and metal, you sip tea and chat. The Z's terror recedes. Love this fucking game. Love it so much. So I've been prepping a Dungeon World campaign, and it's strange because the campaign is set in the game world that Brianna and I are developing here at the Crooked Thimble. It's set in that world. It's kind of designed to flesh out some of the characters and also get us used to sort of talking about, oh, God, what have I found? Talking about the fiction sort of consistently. A long way to the southeast. So I'll just... everything will be fine, right? This couldn't be bad. The Sea of Lilies. There is a prison here, guarded by not oracles. That's the prison. I think that's it. Discovered wisdom. What's funny is I know that the world is populated with different islands than the last time I played for a long campaign. But nonetheless, running into wisdom is kind of spooky to me because I was here before in a previous life before I had to install Windows 10 and everything was destroyed forever. If I remember right, I can do like fuck all here. I love this. Is a lot of eyes. Wisdom. Nupmid built this place as a prison for the Khanate. Now it answers only to its governor, and its governor answers to no one. Hand over a prisoner. Don't have that. Exchange a secret for a prisoner. I sure don't have either of those. Compile a port report. Yes! Ships from the Khanate are most common, but you see Chelenite vessels, polythreme triremes, with chained and sulky unfinished men, corsairs disposing of their miscreants, even one furtive Iremi skiff. The wardens pay them well for their prisoners. Oh, God. Ransom a prisoner. Wisdom will release prisoners on a payment of an eye-wateringly high redemption fee. Wow. Rescue a prisoner. With a crew of 4? No more than... almost impossible. I don't know. It's just not gonna. That's not gonna happen. Do you have shops? You do. You have a provisioner. It costs a lot. I'm gonna continue. I'm almost halfway through my fucking supplies, though. So let's go look at the map. So I know that there's something down here. Empire of Hands. What is the Empire of Hands? I found the Khanate before. Because Genghis Khan didn't die, he just retreated underwater. Because everything's terrible and nothing is ever going to be good. I have discovered the Sea of Lilies! I got bunches of fragments. Is there not more town? I thought there was a town inside of this. Darn it. How am I doing parallel to Fallen London? Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll go south until I can find another island, and then I will head west. I should just head west. Okay, once I'm around this fog, I'll head west. Discovered Dow's 8. Oh, no. So this is Scintillac. This stuff all around me, that's what that is. Principles of Coral. Now, if I remember right, Port Cecil. Good. Where exactly is it? Okay. I believe I can resupply at Port Cecil, which will be worth it, just to get a report from there. But also, if I remember right, I can actually acquire Scintillac here, which somebody wants. Somebody does. I've only played a few sessions of Dungeon World. I really liked it. The campaign we were running wasn't for it. It was designed to be like a straight narrative, which is not what Dungeon World's sort of metagame rules work for. It's really good to do as a sandbox game world. Alright, first time at Port Cecil. Character voice. Rumpled convulsions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be Crenellated Castle. That one's a horse's head. A neat little port huddles in the side of a coral island, prosaic imperial docks and houses tucked away in a baroque organic chaos. In that curious silvery light, among the frozen chaos of coral, the scene has the unreal air of a pencil sketch, crumpled and discarded. Chess. Oh god, this is the chess island. One night in Bangkok. Alright, let's gather some intelligence. What happens here? Chess, dreams, silver light. The older inhabitants of Port Cecil carry coral incrustations like a disease. Splotched with silvery light, they like to go up into the limestone heights behind the harbor to lay their heads against the pillars and towers, stare at the roof of the Neath, dream open-eyed. Sometimes they speak of things far away, the Khanate's work, the smuggler wars, the Fathom King's secrets. Perhaps it's not all invented. Gather Scintillac. The best coral will fetch a high price in London, but walk the reefs of the principles and you risk delusions and despair. Take your crew and go carefully. Let's do it. Fragments of silver. When the Z washes across the coral's edge, it glows a rich purple. Each time it washes across your boots, you expect it to leave stains. You edge along the slippery coral, picking up lumps of brighter glowing stuff here and there, and though the Z doesn't stain, eventually it begins to whisper to you, phrases so clear that you catch yourself looking over your shoulder in case your crew have spoke. They have not. They're looking around just as you are. Between stars, the Z says, descend the chain. When it runs across the coral, it sounds almost like a soft chuckle. I rest here, it tells you. I forget. I've gained terror. That's it. I succeeded in mirrors, and I have Scintillac. Yay! Let's play some chess. It'll be great. Chess is popular in the principles. The port is full of exiles, drunks, and washed-up Z traders. They all play, often obsessively. Be careful, the chess pieces are carved from Scintillac. Here in the principles, that can be very dangerous. One more game. You don't know how long you've been playing. You won a match, another. The rough coral tips of the chess pieces are smeared with blood, yours, your opponent's. but you've begun to realize that your moves recapitulate the movements of the powers of the Neath, the flukes and their shapelings, the bazaar that lurks in London, Mount Nomad that prowls the sea, salt, stone, storm. With every move you take, the shape it becomes clearer in your mind, sharper. Checkmate, you say. One more game? Your first officer is tugging at your arm. Ignore them. You have chess to play. If you win enough games, something else will occur. Opening moves. You've gained a secret. You succeeded in a Pages challenge. I gained a Pages. How am I doing? It's low risk. I've got an 81% chance. Let's do this! A distraction. You don't often look at chess pieces. Not really look. The bishops with their hooks, the knight and its mane and teeth, the kin and the cream, white mingled with red, the roots that pin the corner of the board down to keep you safe from your opponent. You lift a paw to toy with, touch its velvety pads. Checkmate, your opponent says. She grins. Looked too closely, did we? You need to be careful with Scintillate chess sets. Her face is blank and white as the dome of a chess pawn. Get out. Get back to your ship. Until the waking dream of the coral clears. You've gained terror. You've gained fragments. You've failed a Pages challenge. I could do it again. How much terror am I at? I'm at 10. Everything's fine, right? One more game. I've succeeded. I'm at initial gambits. I've got a Pages. All this. It's the same. I'm once again seeing the movements of the Untersee. Now it gets harder. I've got a 41% chance of success, and that's not going to get. Put a Blemmigan ashore. Oh. And I don't have the chess piece. Okay. I'll come back and do this when I've got more Pages. You have shops, right? Shops are good. I will buy 1 fuel and 1 supplies to give me a better chance of getting home alive. And then we'll head west. Hey Zbat, do you find anything else? You can spend secrets to improve your abilities. The Reef of Roses is a long way to the south. I can't afford to do it. I don't have enough fuel. I don't have nearly enough fuel. The Chatranic Lobe? Who names these things? Errant's Gyrus. Who does this? Alright. Zbat, find me something other than something further out to sea. No, that's still... Thanks, Bat. I hate you. I hate you so much. You're the worst bat. Creeping tendrils of fungus. Seaweed. Unnameable flora. We enter the snares. Interesting. This might be where the island that eats people is. This looks like a war zone, like a siege. What could be happening at Saints Haven? Moat Isle. 2 houses, both alike in dignity. On a lonely desert beach, there is no habitation in sight, no market, only an old, rotting dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp, black earth from which sprout stunted palms? Not quite. Tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom. Disembark and see what awaits you. War? As you step onto the quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shooting. You can see off in the distance smoke rising from beyond the hill and dots of fire flecking the horizon. 2 tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving, as if waiting for you to approach. A literary interlude. The following is an extract from the popular Diary of a Z Captain, from London to Irem to what we did there before we arrived. Washed ashore on Mutton Island and subsequently serialized onto the unexpurgated Gazette, the author's identity remains unknown. A Tale of Moat Island. In which a delegation is made, a choice is presented, war is declared, and a most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded with tooth and claw. Chapter 1. The Delegation. The figures were rodents! To my left was Aratus Faber, wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate reminiscent of nothing as much as the high Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. "Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice." The rat stepped back. At precisely the same moment, what appeared to be the ease of long habit, a guinea pig, scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp. "Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Caviar. I am Lady Augusta Devereux Svinch of the Blackwater Svinches, Seneschal to our King Graysnaw, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice." The two stood at attention, looking at me expectantly. The two remarkable rodents sat, squatted, both seeking my support. I knew I had to choose carefully. I spoke to the Seneschal. How did an armored guinea pig manage to look regal? "A knight out of habit." The Seneschal cleared her throat with the delicacy of a rival to rival the Duchess's own before speaking. "Graysnaw, our king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months had sojourned on sea, conquered this land, and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind the mountain. Unlikely that the lamb of our deliverance, assured shall our glories and their fall, when our lady's eye restored be to our hall." Fucking rhyming, man. Seneschal composed herself, then added, "We saw truth and beauty by the light of Our Lady's eye on Mount Caveat, but the rats with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rabble, and we will rule them with steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us?" Speak to the chief engineer. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long, measured moment before speaking gruffly. "We came to this island to make a home for ourselves, away from London, its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We came to live as citizens in our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright by the moon of Mount Arayat." The chief engineer nodded towards the distant hill. "One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of Mount Arayat we plucked the rat star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Cavi saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist with our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them?" I've heard enough. Oh, do I try to broker peace, or do I want to wipe one out? Oh, it's a tough choice. I kind of find both of them charming because they're little rodent people. They're little, cute little rodent people. Let's see if I can broker peace. I've got a lot of heart, but I don't have a lot of pages. Attempt to broker a peace. Surely their commonalities were more numerous than their differences. Perhaps I could help them along. My words helped them reach agreement. The chief engineer and the seneschal shared a look, then regarded me with scornful amusement. "Yes," smirked the chief engineer, "you're obviously much cleverer than us." "Oh, much," murmured the seneschal. "You clearly know us much better than we know ourselves." Apparently, idealism would not help here. I like guinea pigs, they're cute. A friend to cavies. Was it her charm or fondness for London's rat-skin coats that swayed me? Perhaps a little of both. At any rate, I was keen to find out more about their civilization. I bowed to the seneschal, who purred with pleasure, while the chief engineer gnashed his teeth but kept his distance. "You've chosen wisely, Captain," said the seneschal. "Come, I will explain our situation to you in greater detail. I have supplies and fuel now." Okay, folks, I actually think we are, let's see how long we've been live. We have been live for a while. It is time. With that, we will leave ourselves at a big old cliffhanger because I'm a terrible person. Let us go back to this. We will make certain to close this. Can I make certain to save? Oh, I can't exit at this point. We will exit to desktop and we will call it a day. Thank you very much for listening. Please do remember to like and subscribe. Is that a thing you do on Facebook? And we're not on Facebook. We're on YouTube. Please remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Also, make certain to check out our website at www.crookedthimble.com. I contribute notes about gaming and gaming-related philosophy, as well as snippets of fiction. My wife creates art. She's on there. She's Brianna Dempsey. We also occasionally host contributions from Rachel Judd, an excellent fiction writer who also writes about LARP and like how to do LARPing and role-playing games correctly. We also host some articles written by Ravensdale Publishing, who is just about to launch their second Kickstarter campaign. They are raising funds for a game called Villains and Henchmen that you should all check out. And finally, I guess I probably should have said this first if I were kind of self-interested. Please go to www.patreon.com/crookedthimble and throw us a little money because we appreciate your support. The only person that we work for is you, dear listeners, and, well, kind of ourselves. But please support the Thimble, and we'll keep making content. We've got podcasts coming up. We've got videos like this. We're going to actually try to do an actual play of Dungeon World. It's going to be good times. We're also developing a video game very, very slowly. So thanks, guys, and that's how we do.